Welcome to this season's finale of Mining Your Future. Now, we featured a lot of amazing people last year, so today we're going to bring you back some fan favorites. Let's start with Jill the geologist, who, since we last saw her, had a gorgeous baby girl and is now flawlessly juggling a full-time career in geology, as well as being a brand new mom.
My name is Jill Moore. I'm an exploration geologist. I work for Yukon Zinc. I was looking through these rocks and I found some alteration minerals, and then I found some little flecks of galena in here, which is lead mineralization.
So that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. So I thought I would take some samples of it, and then I, took the sample, broke up the rock into a suitable size, fits into a bag, put a sample tag in.
Okay.
And then this will go in a big plastic bucket off to our laboratory.
Okay.
So I'll just throw this into my backpack.
Wow, and you carry loads of that around with you, basically,
yeah,
right?
plus all of our gear and, all my safety gear and stuff. You gotta have it with you.
Wow.
Throw that into my backpack and then off it goes. And
cool. How long are you gone?
I can leave for very long periods of time.
Oh, really?
I can pretty much leave for 6 months.
And you're out in the bush like that for 6 months at a time?
Yeah, you do need to love traveling and be able to just go take all your stuff and be gone for a while. I was soil sampling up this mountain. I got, fairly close to the top, so I was really quite excited. I came up to the top of this ridge, and there was a big grizzly bear just sort of circling around the other side. I wasn't sure if he was really interested in me, and I think he was, because he just kept coming closer and closer. So I just smoked myself up this tree, and I called our helicopter pilot to come pick me up. Work doesn't completely consume me. I do a lot of sports because I like to stay fit and stay in shape, because obviously work, if you're in the field, you gotta be fit to be out there for sure. I think it's a very dynamic career. There's definitely ups and downs. As long as you're willing to travel, you're gonna be working.
Our next fan favorite is camp manager Paul. UTM Exploration is the company that Paul works for, and because of their massive expansion, we know that Paul has been one busy guy.
My name is Paul Granlund. I'm the camp manager for UTM Exploration Services in Smithers.
Anyone ever referred to you as the Papa Bear of the camp ever?
Sometimes, yeah. Depends on how long they've been in the camp with me.
Yeah.
It sounds a little weird to say that you want to have the least amount of stuff to worry about during the season, but it's just, that gives you more time for all the stuff that you can't account for that's going to happen.
For sure.
Like trucks breaking down or other issues in camp. So if your maintenance and your setup and prep isn't done properly, like if these tents are set up improperly, they can be a huge headache throughout the season. The tarps will blow off, the tent will slip off its base, or doors and stuff.
And you
like
don't
that.
want that. I mean, who wants that?
Yeah, it's just do it once, do it right, and then.
Yeah. Hey, this is the hot water tank?
Yeah, this is just servicing. There's one trailer here servicing just the wash tent, and then there's a whole nother system, that trailer over there, that's servicing just the kitchen.
So in a house, like in a family home, this looks almost like the size in a family home. Pretty much. People take a shower and you're done, right?
Well, the nice thing about these units is it's a propane unit.
Okay, so it heats up very quickly.
Yeah, it's a lot faster than the conventional electric ones.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
And you can run it anywhere. Like, you don't need electricity for this unit.
Right, so that there doesn't have to be a shower lineup throughout the day.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna change out these particulate filters.
Okay.
So just to give you an idea, this is obviously the new one. This is the old one.
Oh, no way.
So it's capturing quite a bit of the sediment and whatnot that comes in.
These are your lungs after smoking.
Pretty much.
These are your lungs before smoking, kids. We gassed up, we changed the propane tank, got the camp some water. We turned off a poor gal's shower. I think it's time for a coffee.
Sounds good.
One of my favorite careers last year was investor relations. Lynette travels for work all the time and loves it. When we caught up with her recently, she had just returned from Denver and apparently, as we speak, is on her way to Austin, Texas. Not bad, Lynette. So we've just arrived at Goldcorp. I'm so excited. We're here to meet Lynette. She is the investor relations person. She has a super duper job, does a lot of travel, does a lot of really interesting things throughout her day, so I can't wait to meet her. You must be Lynette.
I am.
I got you a coffee and I'm ready to follow you upstairs and see what it is that you do.
There's been a change of plans. We have to head to Vegas to a trade show. Welcome to a day in my life.
Why do they keep doing this to me?
My name is Lynette Gould, and I am the Director of Investor Relations at Goldcorp. We're a public company. Every individual on the street can own stock in Goldcorp. My job is to get the story of Goldcorp and what we do to those investors.
Thanks for dragging us out to Vegas.
Hey, no problem.
Are we heading into this convention?
We are. We're going to go sit down at the booth and see if there's some investors that want to update on the Goldcorp story, or maybe potential new investors who just want to learn about the companies.
I'm assuming that at things like this, you have to be on your A game, on your positive pep talk A game, like
you do.
all the time, right? For hours.
The whole day.
Yeah. So it gets a little bit maybe tiring after a couple days, or
after a couple days, yeah, you can get tired.
Yeah. A Red Bull back there somewhere.
One or two.
No 2 days have ever been the same. A lot of it is sitting at the computer. It's putting together our corporate presentation, as well as talking on the phone to these investors. A lot of people always have questions on what's going on at our mine sites, our projects. We want to make sure that everybody gets the information they need to make an informed investment decision. My absolute favorite part of this job is the travel, combined with getting to work with one of the top teams in the industry. I love the team that I work with. I think I'm very lucky to come to work every day and work with such bright people, and that are really open and transparent. You can walk into any office and ask a question, and to me that makes my job worthwhile.
If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Words to live by, according to our next guest, who I had a ton of fun with filming up in northern BC, Al, the camp chef.
Hi, I'm Al Irving. I'm the head chef kitchen manager here at Willow Creek Camp for Walter Energy up here near Chetwynd, BC. We prepare food for the staff 3 meals a day, staff and the clients here, and keep everybody really happy with the wonderful food we're doing. So we're right in the middle of getting delivery.
Okay.
We probably bring in, for this number of guys, 140, we're spending upwards of $6,000 to $7,000 on food every 3 to 4 days.
Wow.
They're quite conscientious of what they eat, so we try to cook a lot healthier for them.
Not a lot of chips and...
None in camp unless they want to bring their own in, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go looking for another camp then.
Well, I'm hoping you can get in there and help us dish up, seriously.
Absolutely.
All right.
I am in.
We're just starting to put the food in the line. I want to have the food in by 4:45, so we have a 15-minute window.
Okay.
Not if, but when things go south a little bit, which they always seem to. So you're looking after this area for me,
I'm a little scared. I won't lie. You know, driving a loader is a lot easier than what I'm looking forward to right now.
Yeah, these guys growl too.
Oh, great. Growl. They're looking at me. Not good. I'll do gravy.
Gravy, okay. I'll let you do the gravy.
That looks easy
I will
enough.
look after this part then.
Okay.
Cauliflower, beans, gravy.
Gravy, of course. My first customer.
I should know by now, you know?
Fantastic.
There you go, bud. Hey, you're very welcome.
Anything else, sir? That's good. Okay, enjoy. Come again. We don't have to say come again. They live here.
Yeah, exactly.
They will come again. They have no choice.
Yeah.
Ow!
Just one of those things that I've always loved to do. I knew from an early age is what I wanted to do.
The open house at the Lehigh Mine in Sechelt, BC is a day of fun, discovery, and community building for hundreds of kids and families. Lehigh opens its doors for the day each year, allowing for curious young minds to meet the staff, explore the mine, get a closer look at the operations, ask questions, and play games, all while enjoying great food and beverages.
I hope you've enjoyed getting to know these last 4 very hardworking and dedicated individuals. Stay tuned as we bring you more jaw-dropping careers and the people behind them right after this break. Welcome back. Let's start with the production superintendent at Lehigh, Joe, who made me wish that I paid more attention to video games when I was a kid.
My name is Joe Pierre, and I'm a production superintendent at Lehigh Materials, Sechelt Operations. So this is our loadout system. So what our loadout system does is it conveys our material from the upper pit, which is over the hill here, comes all the way out through the beach, and you'll see there's a series of conveyor belts. It just conveys and transfers onto each belt.
Yeah.
And there's one single guy way at the very end of this loadout system. He sits in the operator's cab, and what he does is he controls on how to load the barge for particular material and particular spots on the barge or ship if there's a ship out there.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna let you load the barge.
Me?
Yeah. Ernie's our scout loader helper. This is Maggie. So Ernie loads the barges out here.
Wow.
Has the helm of all the controls of loading the barge.
Yeah.
So you'll make Maggie's day if you let her load the barge for a while.
3 times a week, Joe will come out here and check out how Ernie's doing with the loading of the barge. And I gotta tell ya, the adrenaline just went up sky high because I sat down, and with this little joystick off to my right, I literally began loading tons and tons of gravel onto a huge barge. And it's just such a rush to be holding this little thingamajiggy, that's my terminology anyways, and loading all of this gravel. It's awesome.
You have a great work ethic and you're willing to take that step of joining the industry of mining. The opportunity's there if you're willing to learn.
Reclamation and environmental work is such a vast area of the mining industry that dozens of careers revolve around it. Sigrid does an amazing job of summing a lot of that up.
My name is Sigrid Robertson and I'm the reclamation technician here at Wolverine Mine working for Walter Energy. Society expects that mines will operate in a certain way now, and the industry wants to do that because its clients expect it. The communities in which it operates expect it to perform in a certain manner to a certain standard. 1.31.
If you do this job, bring bug spray, a lot of bug spray.
Yep, we're getting eaten alive here. It would be easy to go and get another job or something where all you had to do was say these are the standards, meet them. But it's fun, it's interesting, it's challenging to come here. Sustainability for me, in my point of view, it's a lifestyle. I grew up in an agricultural area, and at the time I was growing up, we were going through a lot of environmental changes in that area. It had been farmed for a very long time to the point that we were starting to see environmental degradation, and people were actually starting to lose their livelihoods because of lack of management of the environment around them. It really influenced me. It made me decide that I wanted to get into environment to help industry. Everything that we have is either farmed or mined. These are the 2 most basic things that we need to build a civilized society.
One of the youngest and most accomplished individuals we had the pleasure of meeting and filming last year was Brandon, a heavy-duty equipment mechanic with Walter Energy. When we caught up with Brandon last year, he was still finishing school while tackling this full-time job.
My name is Brandon Moser. I'm the heavy-duty mechanic at Walter Energy.
Were you scared when you first came on site and stuff? This is so intimidating.
Yeah,
to me. It's huge.
Just a little nervous. It's actually pretty. I still get nervous driving those things. I just got signed off on to drive them from the shop.
Really?
And so when we finish something servicing, we take them up to the right line, we parked or whatever, and driving them. These roads are a little not narrow, but they're a little nerve-wracking to drive.
Have you ever had a situation where somebody said something was wrong with the machine and you're like, no, that's not what's wrong with it, this is what's wrong with it?
It happens quite often.
Yeah.
I enjoy the self-accomplishment of fixing something. The machine's down, it's not making any money, you come in, you save the mine, I guess.
So these are notes that were left for you by
these
the operator?
These are operators, they do it every day, they go through the truck like we do, take a look at all the things, and we go, and if the truck's sitting, we'll go fix whatever's on there if it's sitting for the day. Because it usually are just minor things, because it can still run if it's not a big deal.
Okay. So if you saw something in there that was like, whoa, like really bad.
Well, usually if it's something really bad, it would happen while he's driving. Usually you might get a slight leak and the next guy might catch it. So, and then it just gets worse and worse until I have to fix it or if I catch it before that.
Right, and then if a machine is down, obviously that's no good because it's not in production, so it's costing a lot of money. But what's the worst case scenario, what, like a couple of days? Or would you never allow a machine to be down?
parts, waiting on parts, and it takes a while to get stuff like that.
Sure.
Sometimes you get a weird noise that you need to hear because the operators are trying to explain it.
Sure, and you're like, what?
Yeah, they're making all these funny noises over the radio, so you have to go listen to yourself.
It goes like this.
Yeah, exactly. So we come over and I jump in the truck and go for a ride, and I actually got seasick coming out of the pit.
Oh, no way.
Because it's just so, these things ride so smooth, like it's just like riding a Cadillac.
Oh, wow. These machines don't get a big break.
No, not at all.
Which is why people like you are so important. What happens to a machine when you guys deem that it's like RIP mode?
Right. Oh,
like,
well,
done.
This machine is too expensive, just call it RIP. Like, an engine blows up, we replace the engine.
Welcome back. Our last two careers today are sure to wow. First up, we have Michael McPhee, the president and CEO of Curus Resources. When we checked in with Mike, he said he was doing great. Somehow he manages to run a strong team up here in Canada, down in the States, and coach hockey for his young sons. Hi, Mike. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Great pleasure to meet you too, Maggie.
I look forward to this. Thank you for taking the time. I know you're very, very busy.
Not at all. Pleasure to be here.
Good stuff. So let's go, sign 2 pieces of paper, make a couple calls.
Not quite. Actually, what we got to do in about 2 hours, getting on a plane, we're on our way down to Arizona. We got some business to take care of there. Have you back in a couple of days. Are you good with that?
No.
Good. Let's go. Michael McPhee, President and Chief Executive Officer, Curus Resources. I do a lot of travel, all over the world. I think probably in the last, I think I have super elite status on like 3 different airlines at this point. Probably in the last 6 months I've been to Europe, I've been to China, I've been to US a bunch of times, Eastern Canada, New York, Boston, Toronto, all these things. And it's hard work, but it's really cool at the same time.
So what happened is Mike dragged us all the way out here to Arizona. Florence, Arizona is where his operation is taking place.
Mining business is pretty technical, and if you don't understand what people are doing on a day-to-day basis, it's hard for people to have respect. I think the best leaders are the ones that actually understand what the folks are doing on the ground. So I'm just as happy to do some of the hard work, manual labor, whatever it is, get it going, because it's all about a team, right? I'm as much a part of the team as anybody. If I could send one message out to youth, it would be get your basic degree, get out in the field, get some experience, have some fun, learn the trade, learn which part of the business you like too, right? Because if you think you're going to be X, you may start working out there and find out, you know what, actually that's not what I like Y. So the only way you're going to find that, it's not from textbooks, and it's not even from talking to people, it's from actually going out there and experiencing it yourself.
Whenever I think of our next guest, my heart still starts to beat just a little bit faster. Jen, the blast supervisor, has such an exciting job that it's almost impossible to put into words. You have to see for yourself. Hey, Jen.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Maggie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I've been waiting for this like weeks and weeks and weeks. I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm glad. It'll be fun.
Right on. Let's go blow some stuff up.
Sounds good. My name is Jen Graham. I'm the head blaster at Walter Energy Wolverine Mine in Tumbler Ridge. I supervise the blast crew and make sure that everything's done safely and properly. All the holes are loaded properly, and then of course that we shoot it and everything goes off well. This is the blast pattern. So the drills, which we just passed actually, they drill off all the holes. And then when we're ready, we actually come up to the pattern and get it all prepped. So we actually have barricades all the way around it. Because once it's the blast area, it becomes like a danger zone, right?
Sure.
So what happens is these lines actually clip together onto each other. And then that's what actually shoots the pattern. But it sends like a propagation, there's like a shock wave goes through. And that shoots the booster, which then shoots the bulk powder.
Right.
So we use ANFO, which is ammonium nitrate and fuel oil.
Ammonium nitrate and fuel oil. Okay.
Which is fertilizer and diesel fuel.
Okay. So this takes all day, right? I mean, to set this all up, right?
I mean, it depends on the pattern. Some of our patterns are a 1-day load, some are a several-day load.
Yeah. I find it so amazing that your crew is like female, female, female.
Yeah.
That is really, I
Our
find that
crew,
awesome.
including myself, our crew has 6 women and 2 men. And I believe cross shift, so the people who work the opposite shift to me is the same.
Wow.
And the head blaster, bleed hand, is a female on that crew as well.
That's fantastic. That's awesome.
We clip everything together and we have to run delays and such, and then you run a line, and then we actually have a remote. So we hook it up, and then you take the remote box to your safe position.
Okay.
Outside the blast circle,
Yep.
and then you basically just hit a button.
And that's you, right?
No.
No?
You can push the button.
No, I'm not pushing the button. This is where it will blow up.
This is the blast.
This is the blast. My heart's like thumping underneath. No, seriously, I appreciate that you blow stuff up every week, but for me, this is...
Oh, for sure. I remember when I first started, it was so exciting.
Wow. Weeks, no, not weeks, months in the making. And this is where we end up, at a mine, blasting away. I am so excited, super nervous. I think I get to push the button.
So when I say fire in the hole, you push that button forward.
Are you for real?
I'm for real. I gotta get the 1 minute. We'll be conducting a primary blast in phase 3B in approximately 1 minute plus 10-second countdown. 10 seconds to blast. 9.
Yeah.
8.
Wow.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire in the hole.
Holy sh... Oh my god! Oh my god!
The shot has been fired. Can you please maintain radio silence and all post the guards till all clear is given?
Oh my god, my heart is pounding.
Right on, high five!
Oh my god, dude!
But you never had your world rock like that.
Oh, yeah, like totally feel my heart, feel my heart, feel my heart. Like boom, 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 boom. That is so crazy.
Now we're just gonna wait a minute for the dust to settle before we go back in.
Wow, is all I can say.
It's awesome living. I mean, you're 7 on, 7 off. You're home every night. You make great money. You work with great people, and I mean, look at the scenery. It's gorgeous here. If you like the outdoors, this is the ideal place to be.
Thanks so much for tuning in to our second season. I hope you've enjoyed watching it as much as we've enjoyed creating it for you. What you're about to see next is a sneak peek of our brand new TV series called Job Hunters. It premieres next week, and you definitely don't want to miss it. For Mining Your Future, I'm Maggie Dorf. My name is Maggie, and me, I'm a job hunter. I travel across North America job shadowing hundreds of people to get to the bottom of what their job is really like. Yep, the true inside scoop on countless careers and the people behind them. We are job hunters.